I'm gonna give a trigger warning on this. This is a story about sexual assault. So we are going to Seattle, Washington. A King County Sheriff's Office deputy has been charged for allegedly raping a 17-year-old girl. Ricardo Arturo Cueva was charged with rape in the third degree and sexual misconduct of a minor in the first degree, according to the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. The investigating detective stated in court documents that he found Cueva had previously been accused of molestation in 2014. Shortly after, Cueva started working with the Police Explorers at KCSO, a national volunteer program for young adults between 14 to 21 years old. So he had been, and I looked into when he had been accused of molestation in 2014. It was a 10-year-old girl who came out and said this, and then the own sheriff's office investigated it, found no evidence to support the 10-year-old girl's claims, and then put her in the Police Explorers program, which is a program, it's a program run with Boy Scouts that is specifically a youth program where teenagers work one-on-one with police officers and ride-alongs. Cueva met the girl, then 16 years old, through Police Explorers, according to court documents. After several ride-alongs, Cueva allegedly kissed the girl, who was then 17. Jesus. After the girl turned 17, several more kisses and makeouts occurred in Deputy Cueva's police vehicle. The girl remembered that at this time in Deputy Cueva's career, he was in a high-visibility street task force for the sheriff's office. The incidents then escalated, with the girl going to Cueva's house months later, where he reportedly raped her. Cueva has been placed on administrative leave, KCSO noted, and will remain on leave while the situation is investigated by SPD and the Sheriff's Office Internal Investigations Unit. Now, before we talk about this, I want to read this other article, an excerpt from this other article from less than a month ago. So both these articles are within a 1-month time span. This is from The Gothamist here in New York. An NYPD officer involved in a citywide youth outreach program is facing new charges after allegedly sending sexually explicit photos to an undercover cop posing as a 14-year-old. Okay, so at least in this story, there's not a real teenager involved. Travis D'Souza, 35, had already been charged in Brooklyn last year with disseminating indecent materials to minors and attempted child endangerment. He's now additionally facing charges in Queens, where authorities say the undercover officer was working during their online chat. The Queens District Attorney's Office said in a new announcement Friday that D'Souza unknowingly met with a cop posing as a teen girl online October 4th. When the undercover cop told D'Souza her supposed age, he asked for her number, according to the DA's office. Days later, a separate undercover cop pretending to be the 14-year-old sent D'Souza messages on Snapchat from October 8th to October 10th, the DA's office said. So here we got two stories that have come out this month of police officers exploiting, or at least attempting to exploit, children in youth programs that are specifically designed for kids to become interested in becoming police officers.
Jesus Christ, dude. NYPD.
Yeah.
New York Pedophile Department?
Yeah.
Sorry. Is that a thing already, I bet?
I mean, it's like a thing we bring up constantly on this podcast. We don't talk about it in depth very much.
It's every episode.
Every episode, the
It's
headline
like
is filled with
like
cops sexually assaulting us, specifically children.
We had to find new language.
We learned,
We had to literally learn.
We learned. So now we say child sex abuse material.
Because these motherfuckers won't stop child sex abusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's absolutely wild. And it's like the fact that it's not more of like this should be a stereotype of a cop. Like being racist, eating donuts, and fucking like assaulting girls and teenagers. It's wild how frequent this is, to the point where it literally is every week. Multiple cases every fucking week is going on. Like, what are we allowing cops to do to us in this country? Is absolutely insane.
I know. sorry I couldn't get that body cam footage. I had to make room on my hard drive for all my child porn. Sorry.
Child sex abuse material.
Child sex abuse material.
Yeah. Or I guess you're doing a I don't know why. I'd make the character of the cop.
Even the cop got to be woke now?
You're
I'm
right.
a pedophile.
You're right.
I got to be woke?
You're right. You're right. But, yeah, I just want to, this... We might do...
The moral authority that comes with being a police officer should also just be, like, stricken, like, given away. You're not... There's no way they get to have that, like, that badge brings this, like, oh, no.
Well, it makes sense that this happens. Like, we know... covering other stories involving the police, that the police have absolutely no oversight. Mm-hmm. They get to do whatever the hell they want with no consequences all over the country. Mm-hmm. And it makes sense that people, men or women, but mostly men in this country who are predators, look around at at the option of being a police officer as like something that they would be interested in. And so it makes sense that this shit is fucking happening on a regular basis, because here's a place where you get to really be a predator. You are protected as a predator.
The book Into Policing that you gave me, I was reading it, and like I think it said like in a 10-year span, cops, a total of 51 cops got actually charged. Like a total of 51 cops were like, what's the word when you have to weren't charged, but they were like
indicted
for like crimes. Only 11 of them were charged and went to jail. That's over 10 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no accountability.
None at all. And this specifically the Explorer program. That's the police youth outreach program where they work with Boy Scouts, where these cops will be one-on-one with teenagers in their cars and ride-alongs. It's a problem,
dude. If I was a parent, I would not want to. I couldn't trust nobody. I'd be like, it's just you and me, dog. I'm gonna teach you everything. Like I wouldn't let my kid out of my fucking sight. Jesus Christ, dude.
But without dunking on, using this as an opportunity to like dunk on conservatives or whatever. But it's just a fact that there's a lot of people in this country who trust law enforcement, who believe that the police are on their side, which in like a perfect world, we would have some sort of police force that would be on our side. So again, another opportunity for cops to exploit.
It's a delusional myth. It's like the police's whole purpose was for like property. It's like, yo, go get that property. I need, like, there never once was used for, it was never a point of like, we're here to bring justice and we're the peacekeepers. It's noble cause. No, it was always capitalistic, rich people using a tool for the rich people to keep poor and people in control. Mm-hmm. Literally. It's the same thing now. And to be like, I like, bro. I like the cut of these guys' jibs when they,
Yeah. Well, that's how propaganda works. It's worked. But last thing I'll say, and I think I'll just say this: the Explorer program, apparently there has been 200 allegations of sexual abuse made by police officers in this Explorer program. And of course, the program still exists. It's absolutely, it's beyond absurd. And there's actually some deeper dives we can do on the Explorer program that maybe we'll do it on an upcoming Patreon episode, because there's actually a lot there. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do that soon, but
we don't have enough pedophiles to justify closing this down. Now, if we get like 3 more pedophiles, how many pedophiles does it take to close this program? That's crazy.
You would think like 1 pedophile is too much. Like, I mean, spiritually that's true, but when you really come down to the numbers, I mean, how many pedophiles is 1 pedophile really?
Come on, yeah, no, that's crazy.